Good evening, good evening. It's your brother, it's your pastor, it's your bishop, Melvin E. E stands for extraordinary, extraordinary bun. I wanted to come to you today with the third and final S of my S's, and the last S, of course, is going to be sharing your money. Sharing your money. I believe it's imperative that if we are blessed, if we're fortunate enough to earn money or have earned money, it's important to be able to give back. Uh, it's a blessing to be a blessing. And there are several ways of sharing your resources. Um, and you have to decide how you're going to do that, if you're going to do it. Some people don't share at all. But I believe that we need to share. We need to put it in part as a part of our budget to share our resources if we have any. But I put heavy emphasis on the point that we have to take care of our own family first. You have to take care of yourself first. I tell this little story all the time. I had I think he was my second sergeant major. I was sharing with him how I wanted to basically conquer the world and do good and do great things and do all this here good stuff. And he applauded me. He said, "Look, that's an admirable thing that you want to do." But he says you have to take care of yourself first, and it's imperative if you're going to give your resources to people. You have to take care of yourself and make sure that you have enough resources before you share with anybody else. You don't do anybody else no good if you don't have anything. If a man is out on the water and you can't swim and he's drowning, it's no need you trying to jump in the water and save him. You know why? Because you're gonna drown with him. Matter of fact, you'll probably save his life by jumping in there. He'll push you under, and well, we don't know that, but it's important to share. If you're gonna share your resources, make sure you have enough uh, resources yourself. I wrote down, I jotted a note down here because one day I was listening to the Honorable Bishop T.D. Jakes, and he said something that really made perfect sense. And what he said was, most people want to look successful rather than be successful, and he called it delayed gratification. So I'll just leave that nugget with you by T.D. Jakes. Uh, don't just want to look successful, be successful. And like I said, once you become successful, it's important that you share your resources with people who are less fortunate than you. And I, I, I'll just say this last thing before I get off here. Um, I never been a person that really trusted in giving people money on the streets. I've seen too many people do wrong by getting money on the street. Some people made a career by standing on the street and begging for money. Then you follow them down the road and they driving a better car than you, and they done pull off these old rags and got on better clothes than you. And that's their entire job is to scam people out of money. So if you want to give, I encourage people. If you really want to give and donate to a charity that's actually doing some. I mean, of course, we're in Oklahoma, so it would be like the Jesus House. That's one recommendation I would make, or the Salvation Army. There's several out there. I won't get name calling, but if you don't have any place to give your money resources to, You can look at local charities because a lot of people in need. A lot of people are in need during this pandemic. Uh, and that the preachers will tell you, the pastors will tell you that a lot of people come looking for food, for money, for finances, for rent money, and I believe we got to share it. We got to share and help each other out. But then again, like I said, don't let them take advantage of you. And you make sure you're stable and able to give the resources. And then if you're able to give it, and give it with gladness. All right, well I'm out of here, people. That's the third S, and then we'll probably come back on and sit and share with you about some other good news a little bit later. Amen. Peace.